идет в ринг. Вы слышите гул, вы слышите реакцию зрителей. Все-таки, конечно, своими...
А по-моему, это сирена, такая музыка. По такой музыке он выходит.
Может быть, да. Может быть, я поторопился. Да.
Но у него все неординарно.
Конечно,
поэтому...
конечно.
Видим на ногах бахила, видимо, дождь на улице. И дабы не намочить боксерки, да, чтобы не скользить, Дерек одел пакеты на ноги. Интересно, я вижу такой первый раз.
Ну, вообще экстремально, конечно, устроили организаторы в Лондоне, в Англии и сделать бой под открытым небом на стадионе. Понятно, что они решили собрать наибольшее количество зрителей, которые купили бы билеты и пришли посмотрели этот бой вживую. Тем не менее, не всем это покажется комфортным. А ведь там не жарко, потому что очень многие такой, не в футболках и там в шортах, а просто были в одежде, в пиджаках, в джемперах.
Во-первых, это Лондон, да? Наверное, он никогда не отличается. Тем более сейчас уже вторая половина лета. Но должна быть большая арена для такого события, для такого ажиотажа. Конечно же, поэтому выбрали этот стадион.
Но сейчас будут длинные выходы, я не сомневаюсь. Вначале одного, потом другого спортсмена. Они, естественно, уже были подогреты этой интригой. И просто так, если боксеры выйдут в ринг, получится неправильно. Надо сделать что такое, как бы оттянуть еще, насколько можно.
Да,
а стадион полный, посмотрите, полный стадион. Мы еще гадали с Борисом, заполнятся ли трибуны. Да, заполнились все.
Полностью, под завязкой.
Ну вот мы видим интерес. Дерек Чисора пошел в ринг. Его приветствуют. Есть у него и свои поклонники. Конечно, у Хея, мне кажется, болельщиков больше, потому что он вот эту любовь болельщиков завоевал еще выступая в первом тяжелом весе. Недолго, но очень ярко. Там став обладателем 2 поясов. И после этого уже как лучший боксер первого тяжелого веса перешел в супертяжи. Дерек Чисора как бомж с пакетами на ногах. Но это действительно необходимая предосторожность, потому что намочить боксерки, они будут скользить в ринге. Если подошвы будут тем более мокрые, это не дело. Мы вспоминаем, что бой Кличко в Германии тоже был вот на арене, если я не ошибаюсь, в Штутгарте, и тоже шел дождь тогда. И тоже говорили, что вот этот путь от раздевалки до ринга был совсем непростым. Ну что ж, плохой мальчик Дерек Чисора уже в ринге. Голбой.
Как всегда уверен, спокоен. Флаг закрывает его лицо.
Ну и вот теперь Майкл Баффер объявляет Дэвида Хея.
Такая веселая композиция Дэвида.
Да. Вообще он парень, конечно, такой харизматичный. Он смотрится хорошо в ринге. Сложен великолепно. Артистизма не занимать. Умеет себя подать, показать.
Его вес к этому бою, если не ошибаюсь, был в районе 95 килограмм.
Да.
И, как мне кажется, это...
Ну, это для него
маловато.
оптимальный вес.
Ну, наверное, да, все-таки.
Он до 100 никогда не добирал. А вот Чисора бывал и 112, и 114. Я вспоминаю его бой с Тайсоном Фьюри, которым проиграл. Причем проиграл по всем статьям. Вот. Но там он просто был такой разжиревший. Посчитал, что Фьюри для него еще не соперник. Молодой пацан, 23 года. И он выйдет и перебьет его просто. Но Фьюри мне очень понравился в том бою. Вообще, на мой взгляд, один из самых перспективных супертяжей.
Наверное, да. Наверное, да. Очень высокий. Скорость
2.06. И скорость хорошая.
Хорошая скорость.
При этом он даже в ближнем бою не
да.
теряется. Вот с его ростом, с его длиной рук, он выходит на ближний бой и там успевает за счет вот этой ручной скорости что-то сделать.
Талантливый
Одаренный парень, безусловно. Тут на подходе еще и Магомед Абдусаламов начинает там крушить в Америке оппонентов. В общем, наступает в супертяжелом весе, я считаю, интересные времена наступают. Ну, Виталий Кличко, наверное, уже скоро уйдет с большого ринга. Он это и не скрывает. Откроется еще одна лазейка. И вот эта молодая поросль, такая новая волна, может не совсем молодая, но действительно новая волна ярких ребят, которые появились, чего так долго не хватало.
Глоток свежего воздуха такого, да?
Да.
Свежая кровь, да.
Ну вот, его ведут под зонтиком. Интересно, что у него на ногах. Есть пакеты или нет? Не показывают нам, значит нет. А то бы на это обязательно режиссер обратил внимание.
Ну что, посмотрим, что эти парни смогут предложить друг другу в ринге.
Мы не видели лица Дерека. Оно было скрыто, как всегда, вот этим платком с флагом. Ну, а Хей, посмотрите, очень, на выгляд, сосредоточен, спокоен и так, вы знаете, настроен. Нет никакого такого вот бахвальства, ничего такого не наблюдается в его облике. Выходит как на бой, как на настоящую битву.
Выходит вторым, но действительно заслуги у него гораздо больше.
Заслуг у него больше.
Да.
Он был чемпионом мира.
Он был абсолютным чемпионом. Он победил самого
был
Мармека,
абсолютным, да, и был чемпионом мира в этом весе тоже. А вот видите, у него просто бакин. Его команда подготовилась лучше. Сбегали в ближайшую больницу, наверное.
Взяли бахилы, да, для Дэвида.
Тут же в ринге тренер, товарищ, друг.
To Upton Park, London, England. This is Licensed to Thrill. World-class professional heavyweight fighting, all brought to you by Box Nation in association with Haymaker Boxing, sponsored by The Sun, associate sponsor Raynham Steel. This is the main event of the evening, scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds for the vacant WBO, WBA International Heavyweight Championship. Sanctioned by the FLB President Pierre Vann, Secretary Tony Banderi, UK Representative Bruce Baker, the World Boxing Organization President Francisco Paco Barcarcel, Supervisor for the WBO from the USA John Duggan, the World Boxing Association President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor for the WBA from Canada George Martinez. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring in the 10-point system. From South Africa and the Boxing Hall of Fame, Stanley Christodoulou. From England, Paul Thomas. Also from England, Mickey Vann. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee from Puerto Rico, Luis Pabon. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? London, England, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing rainbow multicolors, official weight, 247 pounds or 17 stone, 9 pounds. His professional record, 15 victories, including 9 knockouts with 3 defeats. From London, England, former British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion, Dereck Chisora. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing Union Jack colors, officially weighing 210 pounds, for 15 stone. As a professional, 25 victories including 23 knockouts with 2 defeats and 2 world titles. From London, England, the former cruiserweight world champion and former heavyweight champion of the world, David Haymaker.
Give me a hand. Okay, guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. We're having a team match, okay? Good luck, and God bless you.
The touch of gloves was perfunctory. It will be very much more meaningful now. The talking over. The fight now for real.
I've never seen David Haye look so fired up. Never seen him without the smirk on his face, and he looks like he's really going to come out and come steaming out like he's promised.
10 rounds, this first round could be absolutely key. Haye said that he could knock Chisora out in this very first round. A £20,000 bet wagered said that it won't happen. Haye trying to start fast. Oh, good left hand from Chisora. And almost lifting Haye off his feet. Chisora trying to keep the tight guard. Likes to try and bob and weave his way in, put the pressure on in the manner of his hero, Joe Frazier.
You see the size difference as well straight away. There's a lot of height, weight and sheer size advantage for Chisora.
Chisora keeping defences tight. If he's got to win this one, surely he's got to get in close and try and work the body of Haye, who has his protected guard pulled up very high. Fast hands from Haye, the former champion. Well, Chisora certainly not being fazed by the atmosphere, I sense.
No, and Haye throwing a lot of shots. He doesn't normally throw this many shots. He's being forced to throw them by Dereck constantly coming forward.
Thrown more shots in this first round than he did in about 6 against Valouet.
David's not even trying to make Chisora miss. He's just unloading when Dereck's coming in and just trying to land first.
Look at the look of concentration on David Haye's face. Haye, who, as we know, has not got a great chin, but has terrific athleticism and speed. Tim Witherspoon last night was saying that Chisora's got to be more selective with the shots that he throws than at times in the past, but I think Chisora has certainly improved enormously in the last year, and that experience against Vitaly Klitschko will be a big one, and he wasn't too far away with that attempted big overhand chopping right. I think what he's had to learn as well from the Klitschko fight is that he can't afford to let Haye get into a rhythm and stack up rounds early on.
Yeah, it was the experience that lost Dereck the fight against Klitschko, and he needs to just keep making David Haye work. David Haye's working very hard, but it's a Haye round for me, but he worked hard to win that round.
Interesting opening round, but no bombs from Haye in any sense disconcerting Dereck Chisora. In the corner now with his trainer Don Charles.
He's loading up, that's good, he's loading up, yeah? Just tuck up like you are. Tuck, you hearing me? Tuck up, let him miss, yeah? Watch that left hook, time it better. Feint, then throw it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? You good? Throw some when you're going in. Keep your eye on him. You understand? Stay on him. Don't give him that room.
Vann
Don't let him
not
line
jabbing
you
his
up.
chest, okay?
You good?
The other voice in that corner was
Keep giving nothing away.
this is Adam Booth there. Well, a fascinating opening round. He had to give it to David Haye, but Dereck Chisora, you could hear that they were satisfied in that corner with the game plan.
Yeah, and they were satisfied with the fact that they're making David Haye work and making him miss, or making him just hit elbows and gloves, and that will be the plan for Chisora, to make Haye miss, make him try and punch himself out and come on strong down the stretch.
Chisora just trying to walk Haye down. Haye, the big question marks on occasion about his stamina in the past as well. Now this is where Chisora wants him, leaning on, making that 37-pound weight advantage, if you want to call it that, maybe tell.
It is only an advantage if you use it, and Chisora's got to use it. He's got to keep coming forward like this, but keep tight all the time, blocking with elbows and gloves. He has that nice cross-arm defence, but just always make David Haye work. That's the key for Dereck Chisora.
That's a good right hand from Haye. Big shot, and he knows that Chisora felt the weight of that. May have been the best punch of the fight so far, that one from Haye, that right hand.
Yep, nice, and he's trying to land big singles now. Tried for the right uppercut straight after that, and it just missed.
Chisora's got to keep coming forward though, got to get into his territory. Haye's able to fight at range here, which is where he wants to be. He's not a good in-fighter, but if he can fight at range like this, it's Haye's game. Well, Chisora walked him down, got into range, and then wasn't throwing.
Yep, it's okay getting there, but when you get there, you've got to do something. You've got to make sure that you clock the points up.
Big right hand again, attempting to land.
He's trying to chop it down, really come down, maybe even the top of the head. You can see that's something he's worked on. I heard Don Charles saying when you get close, let it go, and it must only be the one shot that they're trying for. Haye comes low when he defends, and when he ducks and dives, he comes really low. So maybe that's the shot that they're working on.
Puerto Rican referee Luis Pabon. Tight defence from Chisora, the attempted uppercut taken on the arms. Now Chisora's into range, and you see he's trying to get space to land that overhand right once more.
Really chop and shot when it come through then, you know, so steep and so coming down onto David Haye's head.
Chisora not really a single one-punch knockout artist in the sense that Haye is, but he does have a cast-iron chin. One landed after the bell by Haye, and words exchanged and a bit of feeling.
It's starting up.
Crowd respond to that as well, they saw it. 2 rounds gone, 2 rounds to this guy. There's the right hand. That was a super slow motion replay, but it was delivered with real speed.
Yeah, that was the best right hand of the fight there, was just landed. I hope it shows you the slow motion of Dereck Chisora trying to land that really choppy right hand. So steep when he comes in, you know.
Twitch him up.
It's definitely something that he's worked on, because you don't throw shots like that.
Different things. Get those reactions going. Right. Bounce again.
Adam Booth looks happy.
You can hear Adam Booth asking for reactions, try and get reactions, and Adam Booth and David Haye and George Groves, that's the way they fight. You know, they draw you on. They're very clever the way they do it. They make you make your mistakes, and then they counter.
David Haye, if you've been living on Mars, he's the guy on the left-hand side of the picture. Chisora finding the target, and Haye just wanting to tie him up. Left hand, I think, got through. was kind of the perceived wisdom that the early stages of this fight would be Haye's. But Chisora in this third round is just starting to get into range a little bit more. Lovely sharp right hand from Haye. Great hand speed and accuracy.
Bit of blood from David Haye's nose, so something is getting on from Chisora.
Chisora went down against Mock, against Mormek, against Thompson, against Barrett. Is he going to be called to be tested once more? That chin by Dereck Chisora. Smile from Haye. Almost a leer as he moved away onto the back foot. Starting to warm up this one a bit, you sense?
Yeah. Chisora's just not making Haye work enough for me, and Haye's controlling everything on his back foot. He's landing, he's staying tight, he's not getting caught, he's boxing well.
Nice uppercut inside from Haye. Chisora thought he'd got him tied up, caught him unawares. Chisora just trying to walk him down again, get in range. You can see him setting himself for that right hand every time. Yeah,
it really is. It seems like he's only really trying to one thing early on, and I suppose that'll change as the fight goes on when the game plan kicks in. But you know, for me, Chisora has got to drag David Haye into the latter rounds, and you can see Haye. I'm not saying he's tired by any means, but you know, you can see him starting to breathe. His mouth's starting to drop. He's starting to open and close it fast, and you can see it's taking its toll. This is a high-paced fight.
Well, he certainly learned, though, Haye, from that day back in September 2004 when Carl Thompson took him to task, and Haye just really blew out. Stamina ran out, and Thompson, such a hard fighter, had his measure, but he's a better man now.
Yeah, I think he definitely learned his lesson from that. You know, that was a painful lesson to learn, but he learned it nonetheless.
Chisora getting into range. Now they go toe to toe. Look at this! Good shot from Chisora.
All after the bell, John. We didn't even hear it.
The bell had gone, you couldn't hear it. Absolute bedlam. People are standing up all around, and after the bell went, Haye was caught flush by a left hook.
Yeah, we never even heard it. The referees just asked the timekeeper to ring it loud the next round. We couldn't even hear that bell, and we're sitting literally on top of the ring.
How much louder could you ring a bell? You ring a bell, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know if David Haye switched off or not, or Chisora did then and maybe come back with his own.
That was that left hand after the bell, and at the exchange, that was the hardest.
Yeah, he didn't quite turn it in enough, but I think the people on the other side of the ring must have heard the bell, because we certainly didn't.
Haye's looking not too happy in that corner, and I think that has had an effect. The eyes have cleared now, but just for a few seconds, he looked distinctly worried, and he's gassed.
Yeah, he's blowing, Johnny. He definitely is blowing in that corner. You know, you can see it. You can see it's taking a toll on him. But as I said before, it's a high-paced fight, and David Haye is being made to punch and punch and punch, and Dereck Chisora is just keeping to come forward, and he's absorbing what David Haye is giving.
Who did you score that third round to, Paul?
I still have to give it to David Haye. He still controls it for me. So three rounds to nil for David Haye against Dereck Chisora.
But as they come into the fourth, Chisora believes. I said about that protected guard being pulled up high, ridiculously high. It was somewhere up over the rib cage, and he's sending him off to a neutral corner and pulling it down before the action begins. Now, was Haye hurt by that left hand at the end of the third? I thought he was. Referee a little bit on Chisora's case in the opening seconds of this fourth. There's the right hand from Chisora. Haye, though, takes it well. The reaction of the crowd was astonishing when Chisora landed that left hand. All around the stadium, people sprang to their feet. Oh, big right hand again from Chisora.
Both of them landed really well there, John.
And Chisora onto the back foot, almost for the first time, and inviting Haye in, which has to be stupid.
Yeah, Chisora doesn't want to be there. You're not used to being on the ropes. You don't want to be there with someone like David Haye.
Now here comes Haye trying to unload.
Haye, when he unloads, is an explosive finisher and an explosive puncher. You don't want to be on the ropes.
how badly stung was Chisora this time in the 4th round. Oh, big right hand from Chisora now. But Haye again takes it well. Can't take your eyes off this. Good left hand from Haye, lovely punch.
Chisora wants to be a bit careful because he's trying that hard to turn the right hand in so much that it's almost looking like a slap, like he's stamping his hand down.
2 good jabs from Chisora. Haye with the chiselled physique, seemingly not an ounce of fat on it. Softer, fleshier and 37 pounds heavier Chisora. Fast hands again from Haye, but taken on the gloves and arms of Chisora.
You'd think all the way in the build-up to this it was going to be the other way. Dereck Chisora backing David Haye to the ropes when they get inside the clinch. David Haye's wasting a lot of energy by pushing Dereck Chisora back to the ropes. He doesn't need to do that.
Well, it's been another round for Haye.
Definitely, but some good exchanges in that round.
Taking the pattern that many people expected at the moment. If Haye can box his way and stay away from Chisora, he's surely 4 rounds up. His fight, let's hear what Adam's saying. That's a terrific uppercut from Haye, lovely shot.
Yeah, and a good right hand return from Chisora. Lovely uppercut inside from David Haye to start the exchange off, and then he had the first and the last say in the exchange as well.
Great shot from Haye.
Lovely, well-timed, sneaky uppercut.
Chisora just not able to land the clean shot he wanted there.
You see what I mean about that right hand? He must have trained so hard and so long trying to chop it down that he needed the straight right hand and it didn't come.
Into the 5th, Chisora a little bit slow to get off his stool. Nathan Cleverly, who's been sparring Chisora, said if he gets through the first 5 rounds, then Chisora will come on strong later in the fight. Good footwork again from Haye, making most of those big swings from Chisora, at least only land as glancing blows. From Haye got through, but he looked a little bit disorganised as he went back towards the ropes.
I think Chisora was a bit disorganised as well. He didn't know whether to go southpaw or orthodox and trying to land the right hand.
At the moment, the boxing class of Haye is prevailing. Lovely right hand and then slipping the attempted counter. And another big right from Haye.
Just good stuff from David Haye. Again, Haye taking the advantage inside and using his body weight and his strength to push Chisora back, which is surprising. None of us really expected that.
Chisora getting in with the left to the body, but he's going to be taking the energy, sapping the energy of both men.
This is where what they say pre-fight really counts for us people watching in and trying to judge the fight, because if David Haye can do this and maintain his work rate for 10 rounds, then he wins the fight clearly, but it's whether he does what we all expected him to do and slow down, and Chisora take over late.
And Chisora, we saw against Vitaly Klitschko most emphatically on that occasion, did go 12 rounds. Frank Warren getting animated at ringside, wanting Chisora to work inside. And the shots from Haye. Left hook, right hand. And Chisora down in the fifth. Wonderful left hook that was from David Haye. Blurring hand speed. And Chisora touches down.
Lovely shot, and David Haye's an exceptional finisher.
Chisora holding on with desperation now. He's got one of the best chins in the business,
10
but he
seconds
couldn't
left
stand
in the
up.
round.
And he's gone again. I don't think he's going to get up this time. The counts at 6, at 7, at 8. He has. He's waited up. He stopped it. He stopped the fight. It's all over. And the great grudge match has been won by David Haye by stoppage. A quite brilliant left hook, followed by the right hand. That was the first knockdown. And when it came again, Chisora was out.
Great finish. Someone so durable like Dereck Chisora to go down the way he did and to be stopped the way he did. It just shows, you know, it really doesn't matter how good your chin is if you get it there. But with the right shot at the right time, you're going to go, and that was an exceptional finish.
David Haye salutes his public. The fans celebrate, David Haye celebrates. And Dereck Chisora is getting a little bit of medical treatment in his corner. I think he's okay. Paramedics are in there making absolutely sure. But the shots that took him out, the first knockdown, well, that was just terrific stuff from David Haye.
Lovely shot, really explosive power. That's the thing with David Haye. He hasn't just got the power, he's got the explosiveness that goes with it, and the speed that makes it explosive. When you got that speed and the power together, you know, that is the outcome, that's the result.
Paul, there are German commentators at ringside. Huge interest over in Germany in this contest. If Dereck Chisora had won, he'd have walked into a fight against Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of that. But David Haye now will send the message out to Vitali. You couldn't get rid of Dereck Chisora in 12 rounds, and I have taken him out.
Yeah, and that was the logical fight to make. You know, if Dereck was to win the fight, then the fight with Vladimir is there, the personal history. So now David Haye's won, there's no reason why there shouldn't be a fight with Vitali Klitschko.
Well, let's take a look at the punches that he was able to find. There's the left hand and there's the right.
Right on the chin, nothing stopping it whatsoever. You know, perfect, right on the button. He was gone off that, the right hand just helped him over. Lovely shot, so fast, so sharp and so explosive.
The left hand pull was an absolute cracker. And then when the second knockdown came, well...
Yeah. The right hand just helped him on his way, yeah. The left hook was a peach, right on the chin, perfect parallel to the floor elbow, right on the button.
Here's the second knockdown.
Chisora being brave, trying to fight, but when you're disorientated, there's no way you're going to fight. Great
3
finish.
right hooks, 2 lefts, and all of them went through pretty much unanswered to the head. And David Haye, so far as Britain is concerned, has proved tonight that he remains top of the tree over here, and he has proved himself to be the superior man in the great grudge match. And those were the punches that ended it, and with that Chisora knew that he was beaten, and the two men now are hugging in the ring. A lot of bad feeling, and they hug. All the bad blood is over. I'm glad to see that.
I am
Very much so.
We needed that, boxing needed that, you know, it's a sport. These two lads are just beating each other up, and now that, you know, they're shaking hands and they're hugging, and there's the rest of the unfinished business as well. So, you know, it's a boxing, it's sport, it's a boxing match, and that's that.
It's been a great event, a great occasion, a dramatic fight, and the class and the speed of Haye ultimately was too much for Dereck Chisora. I think he surprised him with his sheer physical strength as well.
Definitely, it was
Now
a good
he
pace as well.
celebrates. So, David Haye the winner, and these will be the words that he loves to hear from Michael Buffer.
This contest comes to an end at 2 minutes, 59 seconds, round number 5. The winner by knockout victory, and now the WBA International Heavyweight Champion, David Haymaker Haye!
Dereck Chisora sportingly applauds the moment. Upton Park celebrates, and David Haye, he's back, and he will be looking for the Klitschko's once more. Vitali is very much on his radar.
Thank you, John. John Rawling and Paul Smith talking you through a dramatic 5 rounds of heavyweight boxing in the rain at Upton Park in East London. The Haymaker took a year out, but he is back and winning every round and ending it in absolutely dramatic fashion with some devastating hitting as well. And great to see at the end there the two fighters embracing. I am delighted that they did that, and I'm delighted that it has ended the way it has. No doubt about this fella. Let's bring in Steve Bunce first of all, who was down at ringside. Steve, give us your views.
Well, first of all, some of the punches that were landed on both of those fighters were stunning, and the final flurry from David was incredible. To think that Dereck Chisora got up not just once but twice. Jim, I've been ringside 30 odd years, hundreds of times in big fights. I was 6 foot from the canvas. You could feel it, you could feel the ground move. It was quite frightening in that ring.
Okay, let's get down and get the interviews. On you go, Alex. Who have you got? You got the Haymaker.
What a finish, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sure you want to hear a quick word from the Haymaker. David, what do you remember about the finish?
The finish, I can tell you, Dereck Chisora has one of the best chins, if not the best chins I've ever hit in my life. Because I was hitting him with shots that would normally put people away, and he was smiling at them, he was eating them. You know, I have to say Dereck Chisora is a great fighter. I didn't give him much respect before the fight, because I hadn't really tasted it inside there, but after doing these rounds with him, I can tell you he'll be champion one day, no doubt about it.
He gave you a right good workout, didn't he?
He did. He gave me a lot harder work than I anticipated. I thought that fight would go a couple of rounds because my training had gone so well. But you know, I had to dig deep in there. Dereck hit me with some good shots, and I had to do what great fighters do and find a way to win.
You've tasted some amazing atmospheres around the world. What about this?
This is the best atmosphere I've ever been in my life. I'd like to thank each and every boxing fan who came out. Whether you're here to support me, Dereck, or someone on the undercard, I really appreciate your support, because it made this one of the best British boxing matches in recent years.
It wouldn't be boxing if there wasn't some aggro beforehand, but shaking hands afterwards. There was a really sporting hug after. There
was a lot of beef beforehand. Everyone knows what's going on, but we went in there, we both laid it on the line, put our lives on the line for everyone's entertainment, and I'm glad that Dereck's healthy now, and I believe he's going to go on to do great things in boxing.
Dereck, you promised us a good fight. It was certainly that for as long as it lasted.
Oh yeah, first of all I have to say congratulations to David, and I want to thank Frank and Luxembourg Ward for making this happen. Now I owe David Haye 20 grand.
Goes to charity.
Yes, for charity.
Yes, Afro-Caribbean Leukemia Trust, a great charity.
David, there was talk about the winner of this being in line maybe to fight Vitali Klitschko. Of course, that's an opponent that Dereck went 12 rounds with back in February. What sort of message have you sent out tonight?
I think that's a very scary message. I'll be very surprised if Vitali Klitschko would want to fight me now after seeing the performance I put on tonight. I guarantee he's going to fight some chump no one's ever heard of, and then try and retire and become a politician or something. But if he wants to give the world a great fight, I'm here, I'm ready to go, ready to win that heavyweight title back.
And Dereck, final words for you. You're going to have a good rest now. What next?
Oh yeah, I don't like resting. It was a great fight. I enjoyed it. I got caught with I don't even know what shot it was. But it was a great shot. I got up. My first time in my career going on the canvas. But you know what? This is boxing. There has to be one winner and one loser. And I drew the short stick today. So I'll be back.
Great sport. Ladies and gentlemen, give your appreciation for both fighters, please.